Hey, I'm TJ Stecker, former naval aviator, DC attorney, and now agented mystery author. Today, we're talking about the 6 essential elements every mystery thriller needs. Whether this is your first novel or your 10th, these 6 elements are non-negotiable. Get them right, and you've got the foundations for a book readers can't put down. So let's dive in. Here's the 6 things every mystery thriller absolutely needs. First, stakes that escalate. This sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many thrillers plateau halfway through. Your story needs to keep raising the stakes from beginning to end. What starts as a missing person becomes a murder. What looks like a murder becomes a conspiracy. What seems like one killer becomes a network. Think about Michael Connelly's The Black Echo. It starts with what looks like an overdose. Then Bosch recognizes the victim. Then it connects to Vietnam, to a bank heist, to corruption that goes all the way up. Each revelation raises the stakes. Here's the key. The stakes need to be personal and plot-driven. Yes, there's a killer on the loose. That's the plot. But your protagonist also needs something personal at risk. Their job, their relationship, their sense of who they are. In my novels, Jeff Coburn isn't just investigating his uncle's death. He's trying to prove his family isn't what he thought it was. That personal stake drives him even when the case gets dangerous. If your stakes aren't escalating, your readers will get bored. The second thing you need is a protagonist with something to prove. Your detective, your investigator, your amateur sleuth, they can't just be solving the case because it's their job. They need a deeper reason, something driving them that goes beyond duty. Harry Bosch has his code. Everybody counts or nobody counts. That's not just a catchphrase. It's what makes him risk his career, his relationships, his safety. He has to prove that the victim matters, even when no one else cares. Dennis Lehane's Patrick Kenzie is trying to prove he's more than just another guy from the neighborhood, that he can make the right choices even when they cost him everything. Your protagonist needs that internal drive. What are they trying to prove? To themselves? To someone else? What wound are they trying to heal by solving this case? If your protagonist is just going through the motions, your reader will too. Give them something to prove, and suddenly every scene has emotional weight. Third, and this is my favorite, secrets and lies. Mystery thrillers live and die on information. What's hidden? What's revealed? When? Who's lying? Your reader doesn't know who to trust. That's what keeps the pages turning. Every character in your thriller should have a secret. Not every secret needs to be relevant to the main mystery, but the atmosphere of hidden information creates tension. Your protagonist doesn't know who to trust. And here's a key technique. Layer your lies. The first explanation is a lie. The second explanation is closer to the truth, but still incomplete. The third explanation reveals something darker. You're peeling an onion, and each layer makes your reader go, oh, it's worse than I thought. Look at any Gillian Flynn novel, Gone Girl, Sharp Objects. They're masterclasses in secrets and lies. Every character is hiding something. Every revelation makes you question what you thought you knew. In your writing, ask yourself, what is each character hiding and why? What happens when that secret gets exposed? Build your plot around the strategic revelation of those secrets. Fourth, a ticking clock. You need urgency. You need a reason this case has to be solved now. The clock can be literal, a bomb, a kidnapping, a killer who's going to strike again, or it can be structural. Evidence is disappearing. Witnesses are dying. The statute of limitations is running out. Tom Clancy was a master of the ticking clock. The Hunt for Red October. The Soviet submarine is getting closer to U.S. waters. Every chapter, the clock ticks. Decisions have to be made now. Even in slower burn mysteries, you need escalating urgency. Maybe the protagonist is running out of time before they're fired from the case. Maybe a key witness is dying. Maybe the trail is going cold. Without a clock, there's no urgency. And without urgency, your reader can put the book down. Don't give them that option. Here's a pro tip. Use chapter breaks to reinforce your ticking clock. End chapters with reminders of time pressure. She had 48 hours. The killer would strike again at dawn. Keep that clock visible. 5. Red herrings that feel real. A red herring is a false clue, a misleading suspect, something that sends your protagonist and the reader down the wrong path. They make sense based on the evidence available at that moment. But here's the critical part. It has to feel real. Bad red herrings feel like cheating. The reader figures out you're manipulating them, and they resent it. Good red herrings are plausible. They make sense based on the evidence available at that moment. Your protagonist has a legitimate reason to pursue them. The key is to play fair with your reader. Don't withhold information that would obviously rule out a suspect. Don't have your detective ignore glaring evidence just to preserve your twist. The red herring should fool the protagonist for the same reason it fools the reader, because it genuinely looks right. Think about how Agatha Christie deployed red herrings. Every suspect had means, motive, and opportunity. The wrong suspects weren't obviously wrong. They were legitimately suspicious. That's what the reveal lands. When you're plotting, build your red herrings with the same care you build your real solution. Make them satisfying misdirections, not cheap tricks. And 6. Satisfying resolution. This is where many thrillers fall apart. You spend 300 pages building tension. You need to stick the landing. A satisfying resolution does 3 things. First, it answers the central question: who did it and why? Don't leave your main mystery unresolved unless you're writing a series and you've set that expectation early. Second, it feels earned. The clues were there. The solution makes sense in retrospect. The reader should be able to go back through the book and see how the pieces fit together. If your solution requires information you never gave the reader, you've cheated. Third, it resolves the character arc. Remember that thing your protagonist was trying to prove? The resolution needs to address that. Did they prove it? Did they fail? Did they learn something unexpected? Here's what doesn't work. A resolution that comes out of nowhere. A villain we've never met. A piece of evidence that was never mentioned. It's not a twist. That's a betrayal of your reader's trust. Study how Connolly ends his Bosch novels. The case gets solved, but it's complicated. Justice is messy. Bosch pays a price. That's a satisfying resolution. It closes the plot while honoring the emotional journey. So there you have it. 6 things every mystery thriller needs. Stakes that escalate. A protagonist with something to prove. Secrets and lies. A ticking clock. Red herrings that feel real. And a satisfying resolution. Get these 6 elements right and you're well on your way to writing a thriller that readers can't put down. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more writing tips every week. Drop a comment and let me know. What's the hardest part of writing mysteries for you? I read every comment. Thanks for watching Fireside Writer. I'll see you next time.